and it's like the resources that they have is very limited. So
Yeah, you want to combat recidivism.
yeah, like a lot of the resources and stuff that I obtained was either from my mom or like from my own research because there's nothing here.
I sometimes find it hard to explain to people why I can't come back to Saginaw. Like, because it's not like I know I couldn't survive, but what would I do?
Yeah.
Like I would almost like think I would have to start all over.
Yeah.
Because they have Delta College, SVSU, which don't offer any type of same degree or anything that I do. So it's just like, I don't even know the scene. Is there even a scene out here?
They trying to do a college scene like downtown. They do have like a couple of bars, but not for real. Everybody go to Bay City.
It's for nursing.
Ma, you cannot be a part of my interview. A lot of people go to Bay City, or Detroit. There's nothing here.
What's in Bay City?
Bars.
Bars.
Clubs. Restaurants. That's about it.
How I was last time I was in Saginaw Mall. That kind of told me the story.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
The mall is trash. I don't know who the idiot that keeps purchasing the mall. Someone keeps purchasing it because it'll about to like go bankrupt or like close down, and then somebody's like, nope, I'm gonna make a change, and then someone else will buy the mall, and it's just like, why? There's so many abandoned buildings, like abandoned stores in the mall. It's ghetto. It's so ghetto.
Well, hello again, Miss. I so appreciate you inviting me into your home.
Yeah.
And allowing others to hear some more of what you got going on since the last time we saw each other, which was at your graduation.
Yeah.
So please, Miss Graduate of 2025, please tell the world who you are again and where you come from.
Okay. My name is Marjani Abdur-Rahman. Everybody calls me Johnny. And I'm from Saginaw, Michigan. And I graduated April 26, 2025 from the University of Michigan. Go Blue! With my bachelor's in health and human services with a concentration in social work. And now I'm in grad school because why am I continuing my education? I don't know. Crazy. But now I'm in grad school. I go to Wayne State University, go Warriors. And I'm in a joint, why did I do this? I don't know. A joint master's program, a master's in social work and a master's in public health. So I'll obtain those 2 degrees winter 2028.
Okay.
Yes. And I like literally like right after graduation, I got hired as a direct care worker for a women's shelter. So I'm dealing with women and children, sometimes the men too, if they be cutting up. At this shelter, it's a Christ-based shelter. It's given me a lot of experience as far as in the social work, atmosphere. Um, yeah, I'm just trying to do it all. Trying to do it all.
So, as a part of this new history that we're compiling of this people of the hidden nation, how was your graduation? Because I know that was a very, very big part of your goal before you got out.
It was so emotional for me, and I was trying so hard not to mess up my makeup because my makeup
You
artist
definitely did good makeup. You had the shoes on, you had the hair done.
Yes, I was like, I cannot mess up my makeup because I'm like, I look too nice, and then I'm gonna look like a raccoon, and I don't want to do that. So, but it was surreal. Like, and of course, I had my phone, and I recorded every little moment. Even waiting in the line.
Yeah, you got me snuck in there too.
Even waiting in the line, like with like some of my classmates. I was recording, and like I even recorded the moment when they said, move the tassel over, and It was
think
just a
I was
big
right
deal.
there. I
Yep.
got that. I got some footage of you in there, man. It was everybody was.
Yeah.
It was really really dope.
Yeah. And it was a big deal for me too because I was the only person of color that graduated during that like graduation session time because like there was another graduation that morning, but for my class for the degree, I was the only person of color that was in a Black Greek letter organization that graduated that day. So that was a big deal for me too, because it's like, I'm representing for the Divine Nine, the Black Greek letter organizations that were founded in the early 1900s. Um, and representing for my sorority. So like it was a big deal for me. I loved it.
And who all came? Was your mom?
My mom was there. My boyfriend was there. Two of my sorority sisters that I joined my sorority with were there. So yeah, I was just super excited. They so stingy with the tickets. They only let you get 4 tickets.
I don't know if
So
I told you, but when I came in the back door,
yeah.
there was a cop outside. He let me in. I told
Okay.
him what I was there for. He let me in, right? And so I'm moving around. I see you and
Yeah.
he, do you remember when I told you I got kicked out?
Yeah.
It was some other old security guard
Oh
cop
God.
came up to me and tried to tell
Giving
me
you a
that
hard
other
time.
cop didn't know what he was talking about.
Oh
You
my
can't be
God.
in here. So I went out where he
Yeah.
took the front. I had to go back out the front door that I
Oh
walked in
my
with you in.
gosh. Yeah.
And when he kicked me back out, I just walked back around the other side. And the same cop let me right back in again. And
You were me doing the
I'm
most.
telling you, man. I was like, man. And then
Dear
nobody else said nothing to me. I got some shots from on top.
Yeah.
We're gonna show
Sorry
those.
you went through that, but
No,
yeah.
no, it was great. I would definitely. It was so cool to see, because like I said, like we all of your achievements, the
Mhm.
fact that you're a part of a sorority, a sisterhood, and you got these goals, you're about to go on, you're on to the next project and your program to where it's like I knew who I was watching, man, and I knew where you had come from to get to this point, and
Yeah.
so it was like having myself on the rafters, kind of looking down over the crowd, knowing that you was amongst all that other stupid, crazy potential was just like, yeah, people don't even know. People don't even know what's sitting right there. They don't even know.
Oh.
So so after that we went
Mhm.
to we went straight to your after party.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to sit down and talk, but
Yeah.
with everything that was going on,
Yeah, I
I
know.
was not. I just felt so wrong, like let me take away from her excitement to sit her down for an hour or two to talk to her about some crazy stuff. So how was that? 'Cause I didn't get to stay for that long.
Yeah.
But how did that end up turning out?
So when I first walked through, because I had it at Mott Park Clubhouse in Flint, I chose Flint because I felt like that was like a good middle point
Mm.
for my family that's in Detroit, for my people in Saginaw, and for my people in Flint, because I got people a little bit everywhere. So I was like, Flint is a perfect spot. So my aunt was the one that did the interior decorating, and she did the catering. So
The food was good, by the way.
I know, I'm like, why don't you get thrown
It was
out?
definitely good.
Thank you. So I kind of gave her a concept of like how I wanted it to look, but I just told her like, I trust you, just do your own thing. And so when I walked in the door, I cried like a baby. It was so beautiful. It just looked so royal and just so
No,
so
it was
classy.
definitely there was definitely a royal air in there.
Yes, I was like, I love this. It was so nice. But yeah, she made me cry. But yeah, it was really nice. But yeah, I really enjoyed myself. Black people don't ever come to stuff on time. So, then people started first it was kind of slow. I'm like, okay, where everybody at? And then, everybody started coming in. I swear, like, it got packed after you left.
Mm.
I swear, like, as soon as you left, I'm like, black people. But, yeah, it got packed. And
it got crazy after that party, too.
Yeah.
I heard that you went out with a couple of your sisters. And, yeah.
Yes, got a couple drinks and stuff and just celebrated. So, yeah, had a good time.
What was the first thing officially for yourself that was on your mind? That was on your mind the first day you woke up after
Ooh.
everything, where it was like it settled. like, all right, you've reached that goal, you've achieved that, all this has happened, and
Yeah.
now ain't no more school classes, at least for this.
Right, just for a couple months.
Yeah, it's whole.
Because then I went back.
This next step is going to be a whole nother level of academics.
Yeah.
What was the mindset?
It was just surreal. Like, I just was like, I did it. It was a long time coming. Like, I did it because I got locked up in 2013. And at the time that I got locked up, I was a senior at the University of Michigan Flint campus.
Mm.
I literally only had, I think, 2 more semesters to go before graduating. And then I got locked up. And so, and then 8 years of my life was taken from me, being in prison. And so getting out, it was so important to me and crucial that I finished what I started. Even though I didn't end up getting my degree in what I initially was going to school for, because my original major was clinical psychology with a minor in Spanish. And I knew being a felon, you can't do shit with a psychology degree. So I was like, yeah, what can I do that still has to involve my passion and helping people? So that's why I chose social work. Plus I knew people who were social workers that were felons. So I was like, okay, that was like confirmation for me that if they can do it, I can too. Like, I'm not gonna allow this charge to get in the way of, me being great. So when I got back into school at U of M Dearborn, because unfortunately U of M Flint was giving me a really hard time and they didn't want me to be great. So I went to U of M Dearborn and they accepted me with open arms. And I had so many resources, so much support from faculty and staff. And it was like people that didn't even know me, but they believed in me. And, they rooted me on, they cheered me on. And I'm so grateful and appreciative of that. But yeah, I had to finish what I started. Quitting is not in my vocabulary. Things might be a minor setback, you know, it might be a no, a denial, but I'm never gonna like stay within that no or denial. Like, okay, I'll figure it out. I'll do something else. Like, you're not just gonna tell me the door's closed. I'm gonna find another way to get up in this thing. Might not be to the front door, but I gotta go through the back door, the side door, the window. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, but I'm gonna do what needs to be done. So, yeah, it was just surreal because it was like I did it. I finally made it to the finish line. I finally finished what I started, even though it took me a hot minute, but I did it. So,
Since you've been pursuing this new degree, and you're still in Saginaw, what are some of your personal goals outside of school? What has transpired with those?
I do have some personal goals that like have nothing to do with social work. Like, while I was in that I would say dead time of like trying to get back into college, I did go to nail school, and I'm a certified nail tech, and then I went to nail instructor school, and so I'm a certified nail instructor, and I just recently got a job as a nail instructor at a up and running new black owned cosmetology school.
And that's where you're going today.
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that. You want to tell us how you came into this?
Yeah. So the lady, her name is Ebony, and the name of her cosmetology school is called Ebony Elevate Cosmetology School.
And this is in Saginaw?
Yep. It's here in Saginaw, in the hood. And it's in a plaza. I think it used to be a Domino's or something, and she turned it into a cosmetology school. And she believed it. Once again, it's good that, it's who you know, but I went to instructor training school with her. She had already had her cosmetology license, and she wanted to be an instructor like myself. And I graduated first. She was still going, and I graduated. We kept in touch, and this was last year, she had reached out to me and was like, I want to make my own cosmetology school. And you were so good with the students, because I work with high school students. And she was just like, you were so good with the students, and the students loved you, and they learned so much from you. I have to have you on my team. I want you to be one of my nail instructors. And I was like, me? Like, okay. Like, yeah. I'm with the shits. I would love to. And so, it took some time, and then finally she opened it up, and things were a little rocky at first. Things didn't happen the way that she wanted them to, but God. And she reached out to me again and was like, hey, like, I need you. Can you come be an instructor at my school? I'm willing to work with your schedule. I know you're a busy woman and you do a lot, but if you could just dedicate at least 2 days, maybe 3 if you can, but 2 days, at the school just teaching, I would appreciate it. So I was like, you know what? I got you. I didn't want to sleep on these 2 licenses, certifications. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. And I'm glad I did. And, to answer your question, so my goal would be I just want to help as many young women and men too, because sometimes men are interested in doing nails. I just want them to be great and just reach their potential. I started off, I didn't know anything about nails. I call myself, I was a nail virgin. I didn't know nothing. I knew a little bit just because my mom, when I was 4 years old, went to nail school, and she would use me as her test dummy to do nails on me. But other than that, I really didn't know anything about nails. And it's so funny because when I was in prison, I was using hobby craft stuff. I was using the acrylic paint, and I had a homegirl who gave me the hookup that would give me the floor sealant, and I would use that as top coat type shit for nail, and I would do people's toes. People would ask me to do pedicures, and I would do nail art and stuff on their toes on the slide, real slick on a small yard or something. As soon as the officer come, we gotta stop.
Yeah, fool.
Because I'm not getting the ticket.
Acting like you tattooing and stuff.
Right.
She doing toes.
Right, I'm doing toes. I wouldn't
to
even
the hole for doing
but
toes.
that is still considered dangerous contraband. What do I look like going to segregation for doing a pedicure? Get the fuck out of here. So so that's where it started. I know it's so ghetto, but it's so funny. But yes, I was doing nail art on women's feet. I was giving women pedicure. I was doing nail art, and I was using the floor sealant to seal it so that when they showered and stuff, that it didn't rub off. And so the vision started actually there in prison. I was like, when I get out, I'm going to nail school. I'm gonna be a licensed nail tech, and I'm gonna really do pedicures and stuff on people, and not have to worry about anybody saying something to me about working on some toes. Right. So that's what I did. So I did it. I accomplished that. So now I just want to be able to teach other people how to be nail techs and make this money. You don't have to have a high school diploma, a college degree. Nothing. You just have to be a good person. You just have to have good morals, be willing to, and open to learn, have some type of talent, and and just
or at least
do
aspire
it.
To have a talent,
right? And just do it.
You don't even have to have a talent. Do you want a talent? What do you want to do?
Just do it. So I just want to be that person to help get them there.
You're the first person since we started with the Hidden Nation that it has been a big gap of time.
Okay.
That has, since we last sat down and talked. And I know we just went through, what's happened with your education and things like that in your professional life. But I wanted to hone in on your this thing about just how many degrees and how many certificates do you have now? No, I seriously want to hone in on this. Why are you pursuing even the I don't assume you're gonna want to be a career. You don't want to be the next Paul Mitchell nail tech. But But to have it in your repertoire,
Yeah.
to have psychology in your repertoire, to have socialism, or to a social degree, like, what are you prepping for? Why are
Why
these?
am I doing this?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I know plenty of other people that are doing the same thing in different areas, and it's you talk about those opportunities that are there. That a lot of times, especially if we're down and out in our own stuff, there's a lot of times we can miss those things.
Yeah.
And so, how have you been able to keep focused and stay on this? No, this is happening. This has got to be done. The next step in the process, get your degree, you got to go this way.
Well, I feel like I am the Jacqueline of all trades. Like, I don't want to just be great at one thing. I want to be great at multiple things. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know everything, because I don't. But I do like to be cultivated and have knowledge of multiple things, different things, and I have more than one passion. I have multiple passions. I have multiple things that I enjoy, that I love doing, and helping people, is number one. I've always been like that ever since I was a little girl. I love to help people. I've always been intrigued by the mind and why people think the way they do and behave the way they do. So social work, psychology, that's always been like on the front row for me. And then I'm a very artistic person, and I love art. I love music, everything. And just having those positive role models in my life to help channel those passions. If it wasn't for my mom, I don't think I would have ever really been into like doing nails and stuff. But because she did it and put me in that environment and in that world,
not lucrative.
Yeah, so right, it's money to be made. So it's just like, and it's something that I was already doing, like,
and you like doing it.
Yeah, like the only difference between like a nail tech and like an actual artist is just a smaller canvas. I'm not working with a big canvas and doing some Picasso type stuff. Like, I'm working with tiny little nails and trying to make them look good. Make them go from busted to beautiful. So.
Busted to beautiful.
Yeah.
You're in Linkage. The Linkage community, as it stands now, is different from when it first started out.
Yeah.
How has the transition, with everything that's going on now with your part in Linkage, and how the community that is involved is almost a majority of formerly incarcerated?
Yeah.
How did you end up fitting into that, and why do you think it's such a fit?
Well, for one, I am a big advocate for inmate rights, and just a big advocate for people going into reentry, coming out. I don't want anybody to go through half the things that I went through upon my release. I paroled to a city that is not really felon friendly, that does not really have a lot of opportunities for formerly incarcerated individuals. I feel like it's kind of designed and set up for you to fail. And so I had to like really be about my business and do what I had to do so that I wasn't another statistic. And so Linkage, it was something that was very important to me and near and dear to my heart, that I felt like I needed to be a part of, because I appreciated the fact that it is an organization of formerly incarcerated individuals, creatives, whatever that may be, whatever type of art that looks like, and not only providing like opportunities and resources, but also like a family, a support system. A lot of people don't get that. I can only speak for me. I was very blessed and fortunate to have the support system that I have, but unfortunately not everybody has that. So if I can be that fake cousin, auntie, friend, sister, whatever to somebody coming out of prison, and if I can be, of any support any way that I can, put people up on game about resources and stuff, let them know about, art shows coming up, opportunities coming up where they can, promote themselves, like, I'm gonna do it. I want everybody to win. And I knew that being a part of Linkage and taking on a role as one of the board members was gonna be a really big um, responsibility. But I rather someone like me in my position take on that task than somebody that doesn't really know what they're doing. So I already have obviously the lived experience, um, but I also have like some leadership qualities and things, and I just know how I want my organization to be run, and I know how I want it to benefit others. I don't want anybody to join something if there's no benefit out of it. And I feel like Linkage has so many benefits for people if they just give it a chance. So, of course, I'm going to promote it. I'm going to do what I have to do, to get the ball rolling, to get people a part of it.
What would you say it's been like to be in rooms full of formerly incarcerated that let me ask you this question first. Why not just get a job and go with the flow?
Cause that's too easy. That's too much like right.
With everything that you got in your background, with all the restrictions, why not just sit down and shut the hell up and get a job?
It's not that simple. And to be honest, I just feel like that's too much like right. Like, I have not encountered an organization, anything that is like Linkage.
Mm-hmm.
It is very special. It is very different, and I stand 10 toes down with that. Anybody could just get a job or whatever, but like, where's the passion in that? What is the benefit in that other than a paycheck? Like, it's not about money with me. It's about making a change and providing opportunities for people that most people would look down on or wouldn't even give them a second look.
Would you say that all of these different things that you go after are, I don't know, some would call them challenging themselves? And then why purposely put yourself through more challenging things that, like you said, you didn't necessarily have to relearn nails, but going to say you're going to pick up another craft to get that, and then have to, put in the extra effort. A lot of people, it's easy, like you said, to come back and sit down and just get a job.
Mm-hmm.
But then what are you left with?
Right.
And I think a lot of us that come out, how many people have you walked with on the yard? How many women did you walk with on the yard that every single one of them had a dream?
Yeah.
Every single one of them had something that they wanted to do. And despite how many people we have, which is leading to my next question, that we have around us that are in that realm of making moves and making things happen, pursuing. I know guys that are just pursuing things just because they can.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And it's like, how is it different knowing that if you wanted to, at this moment, you could have this room full of people that you know personally and that are all making moves, and this room would be full?
Yeah. I come from a background of educators. Like, people in my family, everyone is really big on education. Even if they didn't attend college or whatever, they still like pushed me and like still educated themselves some way, somehow. Like, my grandpa, even though he didn't go to a college or university, was a very intelligent man. Always was willing to learn. Always wanted to learn new stuff, and he would educate me and tell me things. So education and just wanting to make yourself a better person has always been like really big for me and my family. Like, I have an uncle who did 14 years in prison, and when he got out, like, he should be a Lifetime movie. Like, he is a welder now. Like, he's welding pipes and stuff, like, on the Gulf of Mexico type stuff. Like, he is making really good money, doing big things, traveling everywhere. And he could have been another one, just got a regular factory job, like a lot of guys do when they get out of prison, or something like that. But like, no, he had bigger dreams and aspirations. It's like he definitely was like a influence and role model for me. Like, he didn't allow that to define him.
Does it make it harder knowing you have people like that in your life and other friends and people in the linkage community? Does it make it harder to even have the thought of quitting?
To be honest, no. Because I'm going to just keep it real with you. I already have to work just as hard because I am a black woman, for one. Well, no, I'm a woman, for one. I'm a woman of color, for two. And then I'm a felon. So I already got 3 strikes against me. So quitting, giving up is not an option. Like, I just can't. I already have to work twice as hard, 3 times as hard. So I can't.
And if I would be so bold to say that you're part of the small growing group of women that have been coming out that are actively more involved in, public in, the treatment of women in prisons. And so it's, it's part of the reason why I wanted to show all of our lives, all of y'all lives, is because like people inside that are coming out, even when they're inside, they need to see that it's not hopeless.
Yeah.
Like we're out here. All you got to do is you could literally just step outside your door on the porch and scream, "I'm a felon, where you at?" And it's gonna be like, "Yo, bro, down here." Hey, we got an office over here. Just come by tomorrow night. And I don't know. I find myself thinking about all the people that I know, even some that aren't, unfortunately here anymore. Yeah. That is, with all the people that I know, I can't. I would never be able to live in the same. I wouldn't be able to live in the same country if I gave up, because I would feel like, no, I got friends like this. Yeah. I'm giving up. Yeah. What? They were, and no, not happening.
That's what I'm saying. I can't, like.
And then the excitement.
I can't.
When I see, like I said, I was at your graduation, seeing you graduate and seeing how happy you were, and, thinking about all the others that I've interviewed with, Kimiko, Kitchen, on the city council now. Jeez, oh my man, like that's this. The beauty never ends. It just keeps, every time you wake up, you hear a story about somebody else pulling something off, or attempting or starting an organization.
Yeah, people are doing great things out here. They're not letting their past define them, and I love it.
And it's all people like us. And these next couple years are exciting in what they hold in store, judging by the last year or two. Yeah. So, getting ready to kind of bring this to a close, what are some of the things that you've been seeing happening in the realm of formerly incarcerated, the formerly incarcerated realm that you've been paying attention to and hope to see changes?
One thing I have noticed, I love that laws and policies are being passed now to where it's not preventing felons from getting housing. Like, I saw that in Flint. I know before that was a barrier. It was hard for felons to get housing. Now, they can't try to pull that anymore, that, oh, you're a felon, so we can't, allow you to be housed here, or things of that nature. And I'm starting to see a lot more organizations that are big on, reentry and trying to provide support and opportunities for formerly incarcerated people. So that's a big deal. What I can say that I feel like still hasn't changed, and I don't know why, because our whole president got a whole bunch of felons, but the fact that applications, I feel like most applications should not still be asking if you've been convicted of anything, and that should not be the make or break. The person's character and the way they behave and carry themselves should be the make or break, but not what they did 10, 15, 20 years ago. Should not determine whether you're going to hire somebody as a cashier at Burger King.
Yeah.
That's just weird to me. And like I said, the fact that we have a president who has multiple felonies, and he's the president, but you won't give a job to somebody at a bank. You won't give a job to someone at a pizza parlor. You won't give a job to somebody at Burger King because they have a felony. But you got someone with multiple running our country. So that definitely needs to change.
Would you say that would be more of an incentive for someone coming out to actually have a plan for themselves and to build something on themselves? And not to say that they wouldn't have to still get into the system.
Mm-hmm.
The overall goal at the end of the day should be something for yourself.
Yeah.
Because working for somebody else, just
True. I know. I mean, and some people are content with that. They don't mind working for others.
Facts.
I mean, especially, and like I personally, I don't mind working for others if it's a good environment.
Mm-hmm.
If the morale is good, if it's a good company that I know stands on,
Facts.
Good morals and foundation, then yeah, 100%. But if it's shitty and the turnover rate is high and I feel like I can't grow, I can't prosper, then hell no, I want to with myself. Yeah.
That working, the feeling of working in a job that there is no elevation, there's no like climbing.
I don't even want a job where I can't grow or elevate. Who wants to be stagnant? That's so stupid to me.
Yeah. No, it's so easy to get complacent.
Yeah.
Especially when things are going smoothly.
Not me though. Not me. No. I've never been a content type of chick. There's always room for growth. There's always room for better, for other opportunities. I don't never want to be content with what I got going on, because that stunts your growth. When you're content, you're not trying to, aim for better. You're not trying to see what else is out there, because you're like, I'm good where I'm at. I don't ever want to get like that.
No, I mean neither. I don't eat. For years, I've kind of like, damn, like I'm gonna die moving. I'm not gonna die behind, sitting in. Everybody's gonna be calling it great grandpa's chair. Like, I'm not, like, no, like I'm probably gonna die. Like,
you're like, I'm not that guy.
Shooting on set. Because why?
Yeah.
Like, I get, wanting the chill time, but like I don't think this 19 years inside for me, like all these years dreaming about the things that I wanted to do, and now I'm actually out here actually getting it in.
Yeah.
Like, no,
life is too short.
We about to do this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what would you, in all of your personal experience, what would you, I want a personal message for the women, and then I want a personal message for the men.
Okay. Like of encouragement?
Whatever you feel like needs to be said.
I will say for my women that this too shall pass. That do not allow a minor setback to get in the way of your major comeback. Like, God has great things in store for each and every one of you if you just allow him to take the wheel and do what he got to do and not get in your own way. We can be our worst critics, and we can be just really hard on ourselves and self-sabotage, and you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't quit. You can't give up. You got to keep going even when things look bad. You got to keep pushing, keep moving, because as cliche as it sounds, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You're not going to be in darkness forever. And for my guys, society always tells you to be strong, and that it's a crime to be vulnerable. It's a crime to show emotion. And I disagree 100% with that. I respect and have much love for a grown man that cries, that sheds a tear. because emotions are so important. And especially in a place like prison where you're not allowed to show emotion, that that is basically a crime to cry. It's a crime to get angry. It's a crime to get too happy. You know, they think something's wrong with you. Showing emotion is a beautiful thing, and you don't want that to get in the way of your relationships, whether it's intimate relationships, whether it's relationships pertaining to your job, school, family. Like don't be numb and allow what MDOC or wherever you're at to get in the way of that and change who you are. An emotional man is a beautiful man. So don't let the system fuck you up. Just be blunt. Yeah.